What is up, guys? Pocket Banana here, teaching you guys some Python. Alright, so I'm going to jump right into this because I cannot waste any time, because I don't want this to be one of those long tutorials that nobody gives two craps about. Alright, so first you need to go download Python. Where do you download Python? Python.org. Org. Okay, python.com, let's just say it's restricted. Alright, so once you get there, you need to find 2.7.3. There is the newest 3.3 out, but it's kind of glitchy and buggy and has some weird things in it that I don't really like. And it doesn't have the old stuff, and I like the older stuff because it's simpler. And the new stuff is just more stuff for the same thing that you could have done way easier back then. Alright, so just go ahead and download 2.7.3, install it and everything. And yeah, here it is. You should, in your programs files down here, go to all programs, and then you want to go down to Python 2.7, click it, and click Python GUI. Okay, and there's some other stuff in there. If you want to mess around with that, go ahead, but I suggest you wait, because I will go through most of it sooner or later. Some of it's kind of self-explanatory, though. Alright, so I'm going to jump right into the actual lesson today, which will be variables and strings. Okay, so variables and strings are two of the most important things you will ever see in any programming language. Okay, so I'm going to explain what a variable and a string is right now. A string, I'm going to start with variable. A variable is something like any given letter or word or phrase that is given a value. The value can be anything, a number, a decimal, any sort of data type that you can actually store. A string would be any alright, so you know how I was talking about variables in your math class, right? So if you've ever heard of an integer, it's any whole number. It can't be a decimal. So an integer is like 5, 3, 20, 2,642, and so. And decimals are numbers such as 3.2, 4.7, if you didn't already know that. Okay? So a string is basically an integer, is part of the integer decimal family, except it has no numbers in it. It has letters. I'm not sure if you can have it. Yeah, you can. So a number can be a string, but I think it'd just be easier to do it like that. So now to get into the syntax of these. For a variable, sorry you guys are listening to talk like this, and not to type anything. I know you guys want to get started, but you have to wait until you get your first thing. You don't even know what the heck you're doing at first. So a variable is, the syntax for that is basically any given value. So just to show you guys it can be anything, I will write llama time. That's going to be my variable. And the variable is going to be equal to a string. So this is the syntax for both of them, basically. A string can be either written like this with these quotation marks, and can be written in between like, oh, how I love you, or something like that. Or, to be faster, you can write it like this. But there are some problems with using the single quotation marks. So let's say, oh, how I loved the oh, I got one. How I don't love you. Alright, now see, do you see the problem here? Whenever something's a string, it turns green. Now look at that for just another second. What is wrong with it? Half of it is a string, and half of it is not. Okay, so you see this quotation mark right here, it's that, I mean, yeah, that's the thing messing it up, alright? So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys like the little gist on this right now. to fix this, you don't have to replace these. But if you really want to use the single quotation marks, you can, but you don't have to. What you can do is you can actually put a backslash right there. And what this is doing is it says, oh, how I dawn, and then it goes dawn, what? Oh, it's a backslash. The backslash means you can never have a backslash in a string, so it won't show up. So then what it tells Python is, oh, this next character right here, we're just going to count it as a regular character, as if it's a T or a Q or a P, a regular letter. So basically it's not going to turn the string back into regular text. It's going to turn it back into a string. So if you were to press enter right now, nothing will happen, and you don't know what to do. Well, all you have to do is type in print. This is a very simple function in Python, very useful. Space LLAMA time. Alright, so there it goes right there. And if you press enter right now, here we go. Look at that. Oh, how I don't love you. And see that backslash right here? Well, guess what? It did not show up. And if it did on yours, you must have done a forward slash or whatever it is. I don't know. I think that's backslash, that's forward slash, or slash. That's a slash and that's a backslash. There's no forward slash. Alright, so make sure you're doing a backslash. So there's your simple tutorial on variables, actually variable strings and a printing function. So actually you got a 3-in-1 right there. It's supposed to be a 2-in-1, but you can't do the 3-in-1 without the 2-in-1. So thank you guys for watching. Check out my next video in just a few seconds.